Hello, welcome on back to another episode of Vanilla Minecraft and Let's Play. We are actually doing a second take on the intro here and the first 2 minutes or so because I derped up and had left myself to push to talk for recording purposes. Not good. But yeah, I spent quite a few hours mining up a bunch of quartz and other materials to get ready for this building project, and that is not the right block, that is the wrong block. This is the block I wanted. So yeah, I spent a lot longer than I thought I would on getting quartz and what other material. And just getting bone blocks as well, so I had to farm at the skeleton grinder, which I ended up rebuilding, by the way. There was a bit of an issue there. I don't recall if I put that on camera or not, but the chunk had reset at some point during one of the updates, and I hadn't noticed it initially. Let's see, can I do pillars? I can. So yeah, I ended up having to spend quite a bit of time redoing that entire thing. Let's see. I remember how I have all of this set up. So yeah, that took me some time, and then I sat there for quite a while just to get everything prepped for skeletons to spawn. And I did change one thing. It was the max MTD cramming rule. It was a new one that they added. I'm not a huge fan of that rule at all. It breaks a lot of grinders quite extensively. I did change it to 1,000. I think the default was like 20 or 30, something like that. Yeah. Essentially, that rule, when they introduced it, would prohibit a lot of farms from actually functioning. And it was just too much of a pain for me to really want to deal with it. I also have Minecraft up, a second copy of it running on my other monitor, so I can actually see what the design looked like. Oh, that's right, we have chisel blocks, or quartz pillar blocks here. Let's see, it's 1, 2, 3, and then fourth one, and then upside down stair. If I can get the upside down stair. There we go. But yeah, I spent way too much time on getting all this prepped. So forgive me for the delayedness in getting this episode actually recorded and done. But it's finally here. It's finally to the point where I think I could actually get some of the foundation of the building done. At the very least, the walls and the floor is what I want to go for this episode. I don't know if I have enough quartz for it, but hopefully I do. If not, I do have like another 10 stacks of quartz ore to mine up still with fortune. Also, hearing the sounds only out of my right ear is really bothersome. My headphones of like 6-7 years have finally died out on one of the sides, which is the longest I've ever had headphones for, which is a interesting thing, at least for me. Let's see, let's get more blocks of quartz, and then we need to not have that block there. Do this. So essentially the wall I'm making right now will be kind of the same style and design on all of the sides. I want to say the 4 sides because the building is not exactly a square or rectangular. It has a bit of characteristic to it. But yeah, this is essentially what the one side of the wall will look like. On top of that, I will have some extra details of it for the roof, just to make it look prettier, though here I don't have anything for the top. So that is kind of the way it's going to be, and we need to move my person onto a different side so I can actually see what the hell's going on over here. Alright, so apparently I decided to go with this over here. Okay. I'm not sure what else to really say about that. I do have some other building materials with me if we need them. Let's see, there's a corner, and then I got 4. Oh, that's perfect. Okay, looks like I need 1 grass block there. I'm actually going to snag you and put you there. But yeah, I've actually been reading a AMA that happened on Reddit in regards to a company called G2A. I'm sure a lot of you may have heard of them. I'm not a big fan of them. I've never used them, but when I was actually reading the thread itself on Reddit, and I'm really surprised at some of their answers that they gave to people. Like, that is not good PR stuff. Not even in the slightest. Okay, let's see. Do I have the pillars? I do, and then pillars are here. This wall, by the way, is the only thing that really stands out of being different, simply because I had some issues with getting this corner to look nice without kind of breaking the flow of it too much. So this is like the only wall that has the same kind of theme. Well, both of these walls here. But it doesn't really fit in 100%. And I think it's fine the way it is, with the way it turned out. Like so. Okay. And then... Wait. That's actually the wrong spot. Gimme. Goes on the pillar. Alrighty. So this is what the front of the building looks like. Thus far. Doesn't look too bad. Let me actually head in onto the building. And we can actually start taking a look. Oh crap, I forgot one of the blocks. Good job, me. We can actually start working on the interior floor just a bit though, at the very least. And I need bone blocks for that. Going to need quite a few. So let's see, I started it not there, but here. I believe, anyway. Yes, I did. Alright, and apparently I need to free up an inventory slot so I can pick up the dirt and fill in that hole. So let me dump out some of this quartz just a bit. Don't have any room in there. Okay. 3 slots will be plenty, I hope. Suppose I don't need this axe on me either, but we'll keep it on us for the time being. And if I have any more of the chiseled quartz, which is really hard to tell sometimes in the inventory, I did not have any on me. We can go ahead and fill that in. This will be cobblestone, and then cobblestone out this way, all the way to the path that we have. And I have a horrible angle of what I need to be looking at here. Okay, so from this doorway, I have 3, and then it goes off in this direction. An undetermined amount of blocks, and then let's see, in this direction it goes on for some odd amount of blocks as well. Bad thing about having designed this and then trying to do it later, it becomes a bit more of a difficult thing to visualize. Like, I know what I need to do here, at least to some degree. Like, this is all pillars all the way up to there, and I can actually do that in my inventory. Great, wonderful. But yeah, G2A, if you are unaware of that company or what they do, it is a company that, or it's a marketplace. Let's put it that way. It's a marketplace that allows people to resell keys for games and whatnot. I have considered them in the past, but after them being around for even a year, it was just kind of bad news all around on them. So I never decided to go with them and decided just to go with the whole giving away of things. Let's see. Yeah, that is what they do, but they've been accused of allowing illegitimate keys to be sold on their site, and not doing refunds for people that get bad keys, stuff like that. And their verification process not being great for making sure a key is actually valid or not. They even went so far as to ban a person via the AMA at least that showed that their system was not even up to par for being able to put up fake listings. That is not good news for any type of company. To especially do that on a public forum. Let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay, 2 more. Yeah, so there is a bit of an issue with that, and I need to double count. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay, then it's an extra 2, and then it goes over. So yeah, that kind of behavior is definitely detrimental for a company that already has a bad reputation. That is not something a company should ever do to people. Like, ever. Let me count here now. 2, 4. Okay, so it's 17 this way. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Once I get this floor in as well, it would help me determine where the hell the walls actually have to be. Okay, and then after that it makes an angle this way. Some amount of blocks. But yeah, the interior, by the way, of this building uses a lot of bone blocks and end stone bricks, which I forgot about. I have not farmed any of those up. We would have to head back to the end for that. And technically, this here is opened. There is a bit of a hidden staircase, if you will, that ends up going here. And I think for now, since I don't want to dig out the underground part for the basement floor, or the second level if you want to go top down, I would just fill that in with bone blocks. I'll have to come back and fill it up with white carpet, which is what I actually put there, just to not have this weird textured thing going on. And moving myself over. So yeah, I personally recommend not sticking with G2A if you are with them, just based on principles and morals. There's a lot more negativity that comes from them than good. Obviously, if you are an illegitimate seller with them and you are making money, then good for you. You may want to stick with them, but I personally will never recommend that site to anyone. Okay, and then we got a intersection here to where it goes down to 1 block over here because spacing issues were a thing. Okay, and I believe this line here goes all the way over. It does. But yeah, I don't really have much else to say about G2A, and I don't want to really give them any more time, effort to really talk about them at this point. What I want to do is just finish up this building as quickly as possible. So I'm actually going to make a quick cut here and work on getting the rest of the walls done and finishing up the bone floor, and then we'll take a look at it and probably call it an episode then. But yeah, just a moment. Alright, so I was not talking as much as I thought I was. So it's only been like 14 minutes into the episode. So this is the walls. We'll take a little jaunt around it all. Kind of all looks the same. Some of the angles definitely look bad with it, but I'm okay with that. Oh, this is the other corner that kind of makes it all weird looking and non-conforming, but I think it's fine. This wall is actually the wall I used for visualizing from a far distance. Like, if I was to go into creative mode, and then, or even head over to that tower and look over here, I wanted to know, does that look good? And I have this pillar over here I can take down. So yeah, like all the sides look more or less identical. I mean, it's nothing too extravagant. I had to do some little weird things in spots to make some of the design work and fit with the building. I got all the bone blocks in, did not grab that white carpet. Even got this little enclosure in here. This is going to be a storage room enclosure. Essentially, there's going to be 3 double chests in here, so one here, here, and here. Well, that will allow me to have access to like diamond blocks, stuff like that, that I need to use for the actual monuments themselves. I would ignore the 14 in the game chat. I was using it for a measurement tool. Because when I was doing some of the bone blocks, it was a bit hard to keep track of the number and kind of do 2-3 things at once. But yeah. So all the bone blocks are in place. We need to get the end stone. I also need to get black stained glass, and the next step I want to do is with these stairs, and that is for the roof, to actually get that started. I would love to do the roof on camera, or at least a part of it, but it is essentially going to be upside down stairs the entire way up. It's not going to be nice to me. It's not going to be pretty to look at as I'm building, and it's going to be very tedious, and I'm probably going to fall quite a few times during the process, so I will probably take that job up off after the episode or something, or even actually, no, I don't want to make another cut here to finish up the roof. But yeah, let's see, do I have stuff on me to use as an example of the kind of design I wanted to go for here? I do have the magma blocks. I don't have any glass, unfortunately. Did not mean to put the stairs away. I meant to put that away. Yeah, I don't have any glass. That's unfortunate. I will use a stone slab as glass, quote unquote, for the purposes of this. And we'll just use a cobblestone block for the moment for the top. Alright, so essentially what I'm going to have is some sort of carpet here. So I'm going to put that there, like so. Behind that is going to be the magma block. On top of that will be the glass. And on top of that will be the actual indicator. There will be carpet on top of this block here, so it's covering up a chest, which will have a book, a written book in it, detailing more specifically everything that's done, that the person donated. And essentially that is what it's going to look like, though that's probably a bad example of doing it, considering I don't have glass and the magma blocks don't actually show up. Oh, I also need to get glowstone. Forgot about that. To put underneath the magma blocks, yeah. So there's a few things I'm missing for this project that I just don't have on hand readily available for me. But that is kind of the idea. I think I'm going to probably work on this maybe a bit off camera. We'll see. But next episode we will definitely start working on at least putting in the monuments and some of the names and whatnot. So I'll have to get a list of people as well on that. But for now, I'm just going to kind of wrap up the episode because I don't know what else to really talk about or do at this point in time. Just gotta get a lot of glass and stuff, so a lot more materials to be had for this project. And on that note, I will definitely end it here. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Until next time, as always, take it easy.